let's look at the practicality of it. He was pretending to be blind, and you're telling me his wife did his wife go blind too when she got smallpox? Because the first person that would notice that he wasn't actually blind
Would
was
be
the
her.
person that he was married to, right? She would. I mean, come on. She would have noticed very clearly. Dude, you're seeing things. You're picking up things. And for him on the wedding day, or not the wedding day, the funeral that day, for him automatically, for all the habits and stuff he's done for the last 20 years, all of a sudden he's just like, I can see now. Like he would have still been
Yo,
doing stuff. But
the,
again, I always go back to the whole point of like this was
Nah,
supposed to
nah,
be
nah,
about
nah.
a person with good character.
Forget the janaza, all right? The first night, the first night, he definitely was dying. He was like, I can see everything. I
Yeah.
can see it right now. I'm good, all right?
Well, and that's why I like for these stories, like besides the ridiculousness of the actual practicality of the story, let's go back to the lesson I was trying to teach, right? At least with fables like, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, there's a clear, non-contradictory moral to the story. In these Sufi stories, the moral is always contradicted. Okay, it's about good character. One, we already talked about, he lied for 20 years, not a person with good character. Two, if you're talking about, okay, another secondary benefit you can get from the story is like about vanity, being into physical looks. Like he could have followed the sunnah, like what Rasulullah says, marry somebody for the religion. That could have been the actual story. Rasulullah said this, right? That could have been, but they're like, okay, he's not vain. He's not marrying her for her looks. What would have been more of a lesson for her and him and for the society at large that he was dealing with, for him to say, instead of, I don't care, because pretty much what he's saying, I don't care that your daughter is butt ugly because I can't see her anyway. Instead, a person with good character would say, I'm more concerned about your daughter's religiosity, character, personality, and not her looks. I still want her even though she may be disfigured. That would have went a lot more with the lady herself, would have been more confident, like, oh, I don't have to feel uncomfortable under his or any other people's gaze because I am a religious, pious person. I have good character. I do this, I X, Y, Z. Now, instead, she feels comfortable in the house with her husband because he can't see me. But when she goes out to everybody else, she's like, damn, I'm still ugly. Like, it just doesn't make no sense.
But at home, she has
it
peace,
would
though,
have gone so much further for him to say, I can see you and you're still beautiful to me. Because see,
There
this
you
is
go.
part of it. In Islam, a man, he can lie to his wife, but he wouldn't even need to lie. He could say, yeah, I see that your face, has the scars or whatever, but it's fine for me. I'm looking at you. I can see you. And, I like what I see. He could have said, you're still beautiful and your character is even better.
Yep.
He could have said that. And you know what? It would have gave her
Mhm.
some confidence because,
Mhm.
even better. So when she, not that we're advocating for women to go out and show themselves off or anything, but wherever she went, maybe if she was around other women, because sometimes other women can be way harder on, each
Yeah.
other than any man would be,
Sometimes.
So she, she can be very, very proud and confident that I don't care what anyone else says about me because the person who I love and care about sees me and they're happy with me and everything. But instead, she actually made her more insecure because she's like,
Yes.
as long as a person can't see me, I'm fine. But everybody who
Yeah.
can, she's, she's living terrible. But even beyond that, I mean, that's cowardly. That's poor character.
Yeah.
But I mean, he could not, for instance, help her with some just random, he couldn't cut the grass or build anything. Nope, he can't. He's not going to build a fence. He's not going to, take the animals out to graze or whatever. He's not doing no work. He cannot he cannot actually keep a job. What job is he going to do? Besides, I mean, I'm sure people who are blind have jobs, but think about back then. He literally was unable to do anything that used his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he would go out and then come back and didn't have to tell another lie to his wife. And this is another lesson that when you do start with a lie, you have to keep lying over and over and over again. So he started with a lie. And in order for him to even do what he's supposed to do, which is take care of his wife, he would have had to lie about how he was doing that.
Yeah.
And